Well, hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. Let's get to it. I do hope you are doing well. Everything does seem to be running really smooth in the game. Especially the production rate. Oh boy, that guy nearly ran me over. Let's come and take a look here on the inside, because the only thing that's not going to be running is going to be our screw production, as well as the iron ore that we've been sending over to the heavy modular frame factory. And the reason is we are going to be sorting out this entire mess that I had down here. And this guy was just driving on the ground, so I did add a couple of foundations down here. Already went ahead and got the miners placed down. Now both of them are overclocked with the power shot in 2 slots, overclocked to 780 a minute. And we are going to be needing every little bit of it. This factory is really pushing on. And I also came and changed this. We just had a random belt running through here, so I decided to add some windows, a container, and also a dimensional storage. So this is going to be quite useful if I want to have some fuel for vehicles when I'm traveling out and about, still looking for some hard drives. Now we are going to be reworking this area. Then we'll be adding steel beams at 120 per minute up top there, just above this section. And then versatile frameworks are going to be produced at 20 a minute, smart plating at 8 per minute, and that is going to use up all of the production that we did there in the previous episode. So without further ado, let's get to it. I did have to come and place down this truck station in this manner, because I just stopped this little guy. Now the problem is going to be if I add the autopilot, just look at this, the way that he turns, he can't fit through there. And I also can't close off the section there, which is quite interesting. Unless I try and delete the path node over here, I don't know if he's going to be fitting through that side. Then we can definitely try and find a way to get him to be running there. But nonetheless, I still have to come and add a merger. No, we don't need a merger. We need splitters. I'm going to have to add one right over this side. Let's just bring it back a tiny bit. I think there was a slight issue with it going downwards. So if you place it down too close with the Mark III miner, it's not going to work. And then over this side we do need a merger. I think this is the way that I did it while I was testing things out. Just taking a look at how I want to get things done here. So this belt is going to load out straight through. Okay, let's take a look. We do need to split the line over there as well and bring it into this section. And then also split it out and load it into the machine here. So if I take a look, that's going to be... I think it's going to be around here. We don't need to worry about loading fuel into anything coming in this side. No, that's not going to work. Let's see if I can move it forward by one. Break this one down. Yeah, that's still not going to work. Even if I bring it down from this side. So why did it give me a location over here? Okay, that's fine. Let's just move the splitter then. Just get it back in line with that one. Let's try this again. It's not working from that side. So interesting. Oh, it's because of the direction, I think. But nonetheless, let's get it done like this then. Oh, you bugger. You gotta be kidding me. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, let's add it on the default, because that seems to work. Go with a Mark 5 and then also a Mark 5 but straight. Okay, fine. That could work. Now I do have to figure out how do I want to do this now. Oh, come on. That's the incorrect direction. If we add a lift over that side and then add it over here, this might work. We can just bring it straight over, and from here we can bring it straight in. Okay, so that's going to be 780 flowing between the two sections, merging up together. We don't need that much in order to get all of our production done. Because the way it is our ingots are being produced at 840 a minute. Only 390 is being used, which leaves us with another 450. And the steel ingots is being produced at 880. We are using up 120 for the steel beams in order to do our screws. And that still leaves us with another 760 that we still have to use on up, which is quite interesting. It's a very, very large amount of production here. Let me just get the Mark 5. Do the same with the belt. Let's take a look. I think this should be dead across, so we shouldn't have any issue with that. Yeah, I think this just looks a lot cleaner. Everything should be loading up. The petroleum coke should be flowing again as soon as all of the machines are loading there. And the truck can only take half a stack over here from everything that's being thrown into the truck station. But it's running very good. Yeah, we're still gonna have everything running at 100%. No issues at all. Okay, so I'll come and rework that area for the exit point for the vehicle in order to take a look at what I can do there. Otherwise, I will re-record the path and just take a look at what's going on there. So just before we continue onwards, I just want to run up here. This is going to be interesting. Let's just tick off the rework iron ore and come and take a look inside. So this is just going to be a massive open building. We'll get all of the steel beam production done here. And the way that I have to do it is we do have a blueprint for 90 per minute. Just want to make sure that I lock it in place the way it needs to go. Yeah, I'm going to have to rotate it. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so just make sure nothing is clipping over the side here. I still have to add a power cable into this section. That's going to be quite interesting to do. So let's add 2 sets. Then I'm just going to remove 4 machines from this one. Okay, looking good. So I did manage to get a wire connection just here on the outside. The other interesting thing is going to be, I'm going to have to try and squeeze in here. I do need to find out how are we going to be loading this up here. Because this is going to be the entry point. We can use a Mark 5 lift. Shouldn't be an issue. Now where is this going to go out? Right over here. I wonder if we remove this wall. Can we add a secondary belt through there? Yeah, I think we can do it. Probably gonna be the wrong color now. Yes, it is. Okay. So I wonder why the inside of this is at 3. No, this should be a black color. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna have to go over some of the walls here. Just make sure that I got everything painted the way it should be. Come on, what's it so difficult to get that one? There we go. Okay, iron ingots are being produced again, looking good. And we do have Mark II belts, so everything should be running perfect. Container is already filling up, so this was almost empty, and just in a few minutes it is really getting close to full again. Gonna have to take a look at that at some point. Let's just get the direction reversed, add a lift over there. Oh bugger, why did I use the top section? Well, I guess it would have been just easier doing it that way. I just added a lift over this side. And then, let me just see if I can get the correct height here. Gonna have to be a lucky shot in order to get this. But let's take a look if we are lucky enough or not. Move it as close as it will go. Right over there, and then let's just bring it along the frame here like I did there with the other belts on the outside. And then, what's going on with this? Did I add the wrong direction for the lift now? Input should be at the bottom. The output should be this side. Then over to a Mark 5 and a Mark 5. Okay, that can work. Definitely not going to be too bad. Everything should be loading out, heading into the lift over there. And let's come grab a look. We do need to bring the belt on the outside here. Let's just get the lift down. Oh, this was so close to being directly in line there. Interesting. Hopefully it's not going to look too weird. No, that doesn't look weird at all. Okay, perfect. So with that being said, let's go take a look up top there. And alive, I can't wait to get the better graphics card. If I can just get the video quality better, that would be so amazing. My goal is to get it done by the end of next month, so hopefully you guys can still be patient enough for it. I really do hope so, and I want to thank you guys once again for all of the support. It's just truly amazing. Right, let's go and get a belt Mark 5. How am I going to add it in there? Maybe like this. Yeah, that should be fine. Just need to make sure that I upgrade the belt in the middle to a Mark 5 as well. And then the lift at the top is also a Mark 5. So we should be done with this part of the building now. That's going to be steel beams at 120 per minute. Looking very good. I just want to add this into a container somewhere over here. And the thing is, we're definitely going to be doing steel pipe production, sorry. Steel pipe production is also really going to be needed. Gonna add this into the container. And just bring it down to the bottom floor in order to put into the next production to get the versatile framework done. Why am I opening my inventory? I need to get a lift in place here. So just reverse it. Blow it in there. And we are good to go. I should actually change my dimensional storage over to the side here. Well, I'm not going to do it now. We'll do it at a later time. And it's about night time now. Good. I really need to go ahead and get some lights down here. And especially do this train network. I really have to get to that. So if we take a look, we got 2000 reinforced iron plate, 2700 rotors, 1600 modular frames. So the production is not running bad. We are going to be using up, if I remember correctly now, it's going to be 10 modular frames. That's why we're limited to the versatile framework at 20. Then rotors are going to be produced at 16. Let's take a look here. I've got the blueprints. Why am I trying to guess it? Let's take a look here. So versatile framework 20 per minute is going to be using up 120 steel beams and 10 modular frames per minute to make 20 versatile framework. And then we got the smart plating taking up 8 reinforced iron plates. We're producing 30, so we're producing way more than what we need. And then doing the modular frames, we don't have to be worried because we're still using less reinforced iron plates than what we are using. And then it also takes up 8 rotors per minute. We are producing 16, so that's half, to make 8 smart plating per minute. We can actually ramp up this production. You know what, let's take a look. Let me just get my light on here. It's going to be a while before it gets back to daytime. Okay, so if we get the machine directly in line with where this barrier is going to be, because I'll block it off this side and add containers. Just make sure it's not clipping through anywhere. It looks perfect. And then we're just going to add the versatile framework right next to this blueprint. Okay, looking good. Looking very good. Now we do need to bring over 2 components. That's why I'm leaving this section open like this. Can I get a lift on this one? That's going to be a bit tricky. Is this going to be in line? Yes, it is. Okay, so it's not going to be that hard to get it. Just need to make sure I keep it in line there. Okay, there we go. So this lift can be facing out towards that side, and then we need to reverse the direction. I can go with Mark 1 belts because we're not going to be needing any higher than that, I think. Okay, first ones we have to get over is going to be reinforced iron plates. How do I want to do this? Let's see if I can get it in line with this. Get it facing in this direction, reverse it. I think this is going to be slightly off. Yeah, there we go. Now it's going to be in line. Okay, you need to go up by 1. Okay, let's see if we can just get this correct now. Yeah, I think it's over there. Should be fine. Yeah, that's perfect. So now it's clearing the containers. No need to worry about it. We can just add the belt in there. Okay, good. Next up is going to be the rotors. This one is going to be a little bit more tricky to do, because we also need to send over our modular frames. I think... yeah, let me do it this way. Still take it up by 2. Come around this side. Just make sure where's it going to be in line. So we need to bring it down around here. Ugh, what am I doing? Should have been too forward from there. I have to try and get this line again. And then we need to bring it down by 1. So it's not really showing that it's clipping anywhere, but it does seem like it's slightly clipping over that side, which is interesting. Okay, there we go. Get the bell down there. No, that's incorrect. Why am I using a Mark 5? I don't even need a Mark 5 for this. There we go. Firstly down to the ground and then into the lift to split everything in. Okay, that's perfect. Now we just need to connect it to power somewhere. Interesting. So I've got a power connection over here. I can just get it brought over. What happened? Why did I just drop down there? No, that's the incorrect location for that power line. Come over towards the left hand side. There we go. Okay, so this is something that I still need to go and fix in my blueprints. I keep forgetting some power lines. It's quite interesting. I don't know why I keep doing it, but that is just the case. Okay, so it's going to be in reverse. This is going to be smart plating first. We got that done. Oh boy, sorry for that. My phone went off there. Let's take a look. Now we do need to bring over our modular frames. And then we do need to bring down our steel ingots. That's going to be over here at the back. Or the steel beams, not the steel ingots. So get a conveyor lift Mark 5, face it towards us. Let's see, where's the closest location in order to get a straight belt in there with no issue. And then we can bring the belt around this side. Okay, so if we use the straight function, the belt is going to look like that. The only thing that I need to do now is going to be to add the conveyor ceiling mounts in place here and then just redo the belt again. So let's get it right over there. Just get it locked in place, bring it over by 1. And I think that should be fine. I'm gonna use a Mark 5 for this since we're just preloading the machine here. Come on, just snap in the correct spot there, please. Thank you. It's so finicky sometimes. Okay, nonetheless, we got our steel beams loading out this side. Just bring it into the bottom. We're using up 120. We can use up a much lower belt. It's not going to matter that much. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I just prefer using up the larger ones or the quicker belts. Okay, that's going to be versatile framework. We got reinforced iron plates used up, rotors, smart plating being produced. Can empty out my inventory as well now. Oh, that is going to be so good. We just need to add the modular frames. So this is going to be the interesting one. How do I bring it out and load it into that section without it clipping through anything? Because we can't add the belt over there. So I think what I should be doing, let me just get my phone on silent, yes, so sorry for that. Alright, so I think what I should be doing is just bring it out from the lower section. Why does that look so weird? No, it can fit through there. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, then we can just bring you... This is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be very tricky. Can't do that. Okay, let's add a lift the way that I want it to now. And then we can just come all the way around to the side here. Hopefully that's going to be in line. I think it should be in line over there. We bring it over by 1. Then we can just force it to go over that side. Let's take a look here. I really want to try and save some space here. Okay, let's see how this is going to work. Mark 1 is going to be fine. We just need 10 per minute. No, that's going to clip through. Add another section. If I use the straight belt, this lift can come up a little bit. So sorry for this. Like I mentioned before, I really don't plan things out ahead, really. I just get the machines made that I know I can get the production done, but other than that, I don't really go about messing with it. So this is interesting. How do I know if the lift is going to be at the correct height here? Because if I use the straight section, yeah, okay, I see. I think that's going to be fine. Even if it goes up slightly, as long as it clears over here, it should be fine. We also need to add the storage containers down here. See if I left myself enough space to do it. Yes, I did. Okay, that's fine. The belt might look a little bit strange, just because of where the placement of this is going to have to be now. Unless we move it over forward a little bit. Bring it back just enough so that it's not clipping through there. The conveyor belt Mark 1 is going to be fine. Okay, that's loading out. Can bring you underneath. And then just bring you over this side. Oh, the straight connection is just probably the best freaking thing ever. So 20 versatile frameworks per minute being produced. Oh, that is just absolutely perfect. Let's come and take a look here. Managed session. It's been running 129 hours. This game has been taking quite a bit of time. But we are really getting to the late year production now. And with the ingots that we still have left here, I've got a recipe in order to do... I think it's wire using up iron ingots. Take a look here. Yeah, here we go. So that's going to be 5 iron ingots in order to produce 9 wire per minute at a total at 22.5 per minute. So we can get quite a few wires down. And then we do have to produce the status. So what recipe do I have for this? We got one for wire and the steel pipe. So this is going to take up, if I can open the recipe the correct way, 15 steel pipes per minute and 40 wire will give us 5 status. Interesting. Yeah, we're producing so many ingots that we can definitely get a stator production up here as well. And if we can get a stator production, we can get a motor production up and running. So if we open the motor, what do we have? Only the one recipe taking up rotors and stators. If we are only using up 8, how much do we need for that? What was it now? The motors? No. Yeah, I think it was the motors, right? It takes up 10. We're only left with 8. I think we can use the ingots in order to produce more rotors. Then we'll do stators as well. So we can get motors, stators, also added into this one facility over here. That's a lot more than what I was expecting to do with this. Just need to make sure I connect this up. I only realized it now. Production is not going to be running, is it? Not unless I get things sorted. Well, let's just get this in line. Hopefully that's going to be in line. This one is going to be a little bit more tricky to do, because it needs to go up slowly. Okay, that should be fine. And then this one is too close to use the straight connection. Still gonna have to come forward. Okay, so if we lock this, bring it over this side. I know it's gonna be slightly clipping through the splitter there, but it doesn't look too bad. I don't know. I'll come and see if I can fix it maybe. But nonetheless, it's not going to be an issue at all. There we go. So where's my modular frames? We still need to connect it up on this side. You need to go up by one more, I think. See, now this is not going to be in line with that one now. Interesting. Okay, I'll come and redo this belt work on my own time just so I can figure it out to be nice and good. See where I can add different sections into. So this lift needs to go up quite a bit. Come on, now I'm gonna have to break down this lift, and I didn't want to do that. Okay, let's see, it is in line. Just get it facing towards that side. If I can get the correct height, I can lock it in place. Just make sure it is going to be straight across from this. Yeah, I think that side is perfect. Okay, load you in there and just wrap you around the side. There we go. So now our versatile framework should be running. And all of the components should be storing up over this side. In the next episode, I can start adding a manufacturer and some assemblers over there by the hub area in order to start getting some of the space elevator stuff done as well. I do hope you enjoyed the episode and that I see you in the next one. Alpha Blazed out.